Terry Dwayne Ashford here. We're going live with you at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for our fourth airing this morning, April 15th. April 15th is Thursday morning, and you're hearing the voice right now of Terry Dwayne Ashford, StreetNOW News. We're coming back to you for the fourth time this morning, and in order to explain to you the breakdown of our organization here at TatMedia, WilmaWAINE and Companies. Now, you're hearing the voice of Terry Dwayne Ashford, who is your StreetNOW News, your journalist-in-chief, in charge of StreetNOW News daily broadcast that converts sometimes technical information, social information about the news, converts it into understandable verbiage and communications, and relate it through WATO Talk broadcast through StreetNOW News. Now, StreetNOW News is the primary news source for NewsRADIO, and NewsRADIO is the news source for it's the news source for DatGuY Radio. See, DatGuY Radio plays music. It does the music and all that stuff, things that regular radios do, but it needs a news segment as well. The news segment is StreetNOW News through NewsRADIO by SNnews and Terry Dwayne Ashford. Just wanted to make that clear for you about how we are rocking this and how we're working this, so that the thieves make sure that they know who they're stealing from. We have provided you with the part one for today, April 15th, Thursday. We've provided you with the part two, and sadly, we had to come back and give you live reporting from the Tacoma Park Tennis Court of a person who was posing as association or as the StreetNOW News Jictor, Terry Dwayne Ashford himself. That was considered our part three, and what we're giving you right now is our part four, just to show you how much we love you. See, reporting shall not be a threat to you, because we're not here to do anything wrong to you. We're not here to do anything wrong to you. We're not here to hurt you or anything like that. We're here to just move the course of our day along and hoping that you have as much information as possible. We thought we were doing good things, and we've come to find that some people don't see what we are even doing is even good. SNnews, StreetNOW News, Terry Dwayne Ashford, journalist-in-chief broadcaster, broadcasts StreetNOW News for NewsRADIO. NewsRADIO, trademarked and copywritten to Terry Dwayne Ashford. That NewsRADIO is an entity of DatGuY Radio under TatMedia, WilmaWAINE and Companies. I want to let you know that as we rock and roll for you throughout the day. We're about to bring you some news. What's going on in the world? What's going on around the nation here in terms of the headlines around the country. The voice you are hearing is the voice of Indacarseat, DatGuY, Terry Dwayne Ashford. The answer is yes. Yes, we have people or associates who appear to be rewarded to carry out deceitful behavior against their friends, and they are even posing that behavior as decent or good or okay. Some of us, it's not okay. For Terry Dwayne Ashford, we don't understand it. It really isn't okay for us. Because it isn't okay. It's the reason why we're doing it like this. I'm trying to make sure that you understand who's doing what. You're running behind me. You're posing as me. Who knows what you're doing? Who knows what you're doing? Well, guess what? Some people don't live like that. Some people don't live like that. We live with mitigated risk. Mitigated risk. Measured risk. We don't live with just risky lifestyle. We don't do it like that. We're coming right on back. We're coming right on back with you with some headlines around the nation for today from NewsRADIO by StreetNOW News. Terry Dwayne Ashford. Off. We will be right on back from the voice of Terry Dwayne Ashford, bringing you updates around the nation headlines. I'm here in Indacarseat, DatGuY for SNnews. We're quoting now from some news from our not our sister station, but our peer station. NBC News is reporting that the Secretary of State made an unannounced trip to Afghanistan the other day, and as President Biden in our new day, in our new world, under our new administration, starting January the 20th, he announced that a plan to pull out the troops there. The report indicates that our Secretary of State, Blinken was expected to meet with Afghan president and foreign minister there on these issues. That's gracing the cover of NBC News is reporting that for us. Our Associated Press is reporting that the United States has expelled a Russian diplomat and also imposes new rounds of sanctions on that group of people. The actions represent the retaliatory measures, as the Associated Press reports, to hold the Kremlin accountable for interface the last year's elections and the hacking of federal agencies. Now, somehow somebody recognized that Russia was hacking into federal agencies, and that's what those sanctions are for. That's gracing the cover, gracing the round of news today on April 15th, Thursday, 2021, for the Associated Press. Associated Press also reports that the ex-cop charged in the Dante Wright killing is due in court. He's due in court, or she is due in court. I hate to call people's names, but Associated Press did this, and since they did it, I want to just want to make sure we all are in tune here. Her name was Kim Potter. Kim Potter, Kimpotter. She's a former Minnesota police officer who faces first court hearings Thursday in a fatal traffic shooting of a 20-year-old black motorist. His name was Dante Wright. And if I remember correctly, this is the one where the officer was reaching for a taser and pulled out instead a gun. And when she pulled the bullet or trigger on the taser, it was actually pulling the trigger of the gun, and it killed the innocent driver. For StreetNOW News, you're listening to Terry Dwayne Ashford right now. Looking at the cover of New York Times here, we're looking at the Republicans are staying silent on Trump, hoping that he fades away. So it looks like they're trying to distance themselves from Trump. That's according to a New York Times cover story this morning on April 15th. We'll be right on back here with more stories around the I was going to say around the world, but they're all over the place. Around the world and around the nation. From StreetNOW News for NewsRADIO, SNnews. I'm Terry Dwayne Ashford. You're hearing the voice of Terry Dwayne Ashford right now. April 15th is the date, April 15th, Thursday. Okay, we're going to close out today's updates around the world, headlines around the world on Michael Jordan's daughter revealing some truths. This particular story is gracing the cover of Yas by a writer, Holly Turner. And it's telling what we all know about Michael Jordan from his daughter, Jasmine, who was only 9 years old when her